Hey guys, it's me Sarah, and in this video I will be doing a review that is slightly different from my norm, which will explain why it's being hosted on my sub channel on YouTube instead of my main channel. And in this video itself, I will be talking or reviewing this phone right here. It's the LG Optimus One. You can see my reflection over there. And it's also known as the LG P500. Now what is going on is that I'm actually one of the contestants in the LG Life's Good Ambassador Challenge. So I was provided this phone to try out. I think I've used it for about 2 weeks now, and what I'm going to do in this video is basically share with you my experiences, what I have found out about this phone, how it has worked for me, some of the factors that I have noticed, and things like that. Now, I'm not a very tacky person, and I'm not going to be able to feed you with all the technical information about the phone, but I don't really see the point in that, in the sense, because if you look at the brochure, this is the brochure for the LG Optimus One. As you can see right there, it has all the specs and information right at the back. So if you are looking for technical information, you can always check the brochure, or there are lots of, I guess, techie websites online that do provide all that information. What I'm going to do is basically share with you from like a consumer point of view or a typical user point of view. It's pretty simple stuff. A very quick and very basic technical information would be that this is an Android phone and it runs on the Android version 2.2, which is, from what I know, the latest version to date. Now, as this is an Android phone, you do have access to the Android market right here, and on there you can download more applications and games. As you can see, you can download various games like one game that I have on here is Angry Birds. They actually have it on the Android market. Or you can download apps like TweetDeck or communication translators, notepads, basically anything. That's the Android market. So this is an Android phone, and it's also a smartphone, so you can log into Twitter, Facebook, you can check your email, you can do all that kind of stuff with this phone as well. Now, if that sounds a little bit overwhelming for some people who have not used a smartphone before, you don't have to worry, because this is actually ideal for people who are first-time smartphone users, because it's very easy to navigate around the interface of the phone. It's very easy to key in your accounts to this phone, to log it in there. It's very easy to sync your accounts. It's really very easy, and there's no worry about it at all. I promise you that. Now I'll just go through the exterior of the phone. As you can see, it is a touchscreen phone, and I would say it's pretty okay. Like, the weight wise, it's not super heavy, it's not the lightest phone, but I think it's sturdy. It's a very good weight. And comparing this to the infamous Nokia E71 that almost everybody has, it is slightly thicker, just that slight bit thicker, but it's really not a big deal because it is still pretty compact feeling, and it's not very big. It's a good size. As you can see from the back, it has a with Google sign because it's partnered with Google Maps, Google Email, Google, all that Google stuff. So it's a partnership with Google. And on the top, you can actually see, I haven't taken out the protective sticker, but this is the button that you press to turn off and on your phone, or to lock it if you are on any page at all. Say if you went to the menu page, you can just press the lock button, and when you unlock it again, it's still on the menu page. So if you are using your phone and the bus is here, you just have to press the lock button. You don't have to worry about going back to the main menu and locking it that way or anything like that. That just locks the phone. And on the side, you can see that these are the volume control, volume up, volume down. If you're holding a phone this way, the one on top is up, the one at the bottom is down. If you're holding a phone this way, this is up and this is down. So it's pretty cool how it adjusts according to how you hold your phone. And the bottom right here, there are 4 buttons, and this right here is actually the settings button. It's the button that you press if you don't see any applications that you want on the main page. Like, for example, on this page right now, if I were to press this button, it will show me all these settings, like adding wallpaper, home settings, notifications, search. On any page at all, it's different. On this menu page, it changes to adding category, moving your item, uninstalling stuff, because at the bottom you can download stuff from Android Market, and it all appears under this download branch. Now, this button right here is the home page. So on any page that you go to, for example, if you go to settings, voice input, output, just any page, you just press home and it directs you to this home page straight away. And this button right here is pretty straightforward. It's the back button. If you go anywhere and you want to go back, it just brings you to whatever you were in earlier. It's just the back button. Simple as that. The last button right here is actually the search button, and on a menu page it actually shows up as Google search. But on other pages, like if you were required to search for certain information, like in your messages, you press that, you'll probably search through your messages, you can search through your email. It's just the search button in general. So those are the buttons, and one thing that I do like about this phone is actually the material of the back. It is plastic, but it's not a very, very smooth plastic, like a typical smoothed out chrome feeling plastic. It actually has a little bit of friction to it, but it's not rubber or silicone at the same time, so it does not attract dust, it does not attract fingerprints, and it has a bit of friction to it. This phone itself also comes with a 2 gig memory card, and it supports up to a 32 gig memory card, so you know, that's just how it works. And the memory card is located at this portion inside. I will show you guys a photo of how it looks inside later on. I just don't want to open it right now. So the memory card will be here, the battery is here, and you can put your SIM card or high card underneath the battery. So that's how it works on the inside. Now, as far as touchscreen goes, this is actually my very first touchscreen phone. Before that, I viewed certain touchscreens negatively, because I have tried some of my friends and I just didn't really like how unresponsive it was, and I just had to like really press it. So I was a little anti-touchscreen phone, but after trying this, I do change my mind about it, because this phone actually reacts pretty well to touch. You don't have to like hammer down on it or press down on it very much, just the lightest of touches and it will respond to that. It doesn't lag on me, I don't find. There are occasional lags when you are like running a lot of programs, or just that occasional thing, but otherwise I think that this one is actually very pleasant to use. Now, one very superficial girly thing would probably be the camera. If you would notice from the back, it's a 3 megapixel camera, but there's no flash. This camera does not come with flash, so you will have to take photos when it is bright or when there is light. If it is dark, it is dark. I know some cameras that, even if they do come with flash, under fluorescent lightings, they don't pick up on colors very well, or the pictures don't turn out very good. But under fluorescent lighting, which is like bulb lighting, this phone actually performs pretty well. It's just, if there's no light at all, you're pretty much screwed with this camera. And one thing that I don't quite like about this camera is that the shutter button is actually in here. It's in the phone, in here, right here. There isn't like a shutter button at the top or bottom or anything like that. You have to press this button right here. And it is a little bit difficult when you're actually taking a photo of yourself, because it is not a button that you can feel, and it's in here. You can't just press anywhere inside to take a photo. You have to press that button, which means that you'll have to position your fingers right there and then press the button. And even so, as you can see, it autofocuses for a little while and then it takes the photo. It doesn't take the photo straight away, which can be a little bit of a problem because you have to hold it there for a little while, figure it out, and because sometimes you just don't, like as you can see, it's very hard for you to know where the button is. But one thing that I find is pretty cool about this, I'm going to show you guys, and you might think I'm a little crazy, is that it has this thing called the smile shot, which I think you could use to probably combat that if you want to take a photo of yourself. All you do in a smile shot is that you press the shutter button and then you hold it away and you smile, and when it detects your smile, it takes a photo. So I'm just going to try that in front of you guys right now. So we're just going to press that button and then see? Photo taken! That's all I did. I know it's a pretty cool function, but if you intend to take a photo of yourself without smiling, then that's not possible. So that's as far as the camera goes. I think the quality of the pictures are actually quite good. I can upload them on the computer, I can use them on my blog, I can upload them on TwitPic, and that's no problem at all, because initially when I was using, not bashing, but I'm just saying, you guys probably agree with me, when I was using this phone, Nokia 71, the camera is kind of horrible. So I never really liked TwitPic very much because there was nothing I could really take that was decent with the camera. But with this one, I find that I can go to events after work and take photos with this camera, and I don't feel like it's impossible for me to upload those photos. This camera's video quality goes, I would say the visual is quite decent if there is a good amount of light. If it is very dark, like I said, it is very dark. There's nothing you can do about it. The pictures will come out, the video quality would come out a little bit spotted. But as far as the sound goes, it picks up on a lot of ambient sound. So you are going to hear a lot of static, a lot of stuff in the background, and it does some very minor voice distortion, so you will not exactly hear how you sound straight out like that. It does make your voice a little bit higher pitch or a little bit sharper. So that's just one thing that I noticed. And one thing that some of you guys might be very interested in is that you can actually share your photos straight from the gallery. If you are connected to Wi-Fi or data, then all you have to do is just go to your gallery and select share. And after that, there will actually be a list of things that pop up asking where you want to share on Twitter, email, Bluetooth, Picasa if you have that, because like I said, it's tied to Google, Facebook, messaging, Gmail, and all that kind of stuff. So I never really thought much about it until I realized that there are certain phones. I thought it was a pretty typical smartphone thing, but then I realized that not all smartphones have that function of sharing directly from the gallery, so I thought some of you guys might be interested to know. Another cool thing about this phone is actually this top drop-down menu where you can turn on your 3GS, Bluetooth, this is GPS, your data, and change your phone silent or non-silent. And under notifications, they will always notify you if you have a new message, or if you are synced into your Twitter, if you have a new tweet, if you have a new mention, it will show up here as well. If you are synced into your new email will show up here as well. So basically it means that you can multitask with whatever you're doing. If you're messaging somebody and a new tweet shows up, all you have to do is click on that and it will bring you straight to the new tweet. And then from there you can reply the person, and when you click the back button, it brings you back to your messaging. Apparently I'm not that busy right now with my phone, so I can't show you guys an example of how it looks like, but this drop-down menu is very convenient. It's something that I really like, and even for my brother who is an Apple user, he thinks that it's a pretty cool thing. Now, one thing that's also very convenient about this phone is that you can actually have 5 or 7 windows on the main page, which means that you can scroll through, and on these pages you can put widgets like the full applications, such as the full calendar, or you can put shortcuts to various things that you have. But if you don't have so much things to put, you can just leave one page empty. Like I left this extreme left one, extreme right one empty. Or if you find that 5 screens is not enough for your own usage, you can change it to 7 screens, which I think is a lot of screens, but you cannot set any lesser than 5. So that was pretty much it. Now, as far as the price of this phone goes, if you were to get it without any plans at all, I think it is $428. But if you were to get it with M1's $36 data plan, it's $0. Or if you were to get it with Singtel's iFlexi Lite plan, is that what it's called? It's $0 as well. I'm not sure about StarHub because I didn't check that site, but that's how much it costs. So it's actually a pretty economical phone for all the functions inside. I mean, if you were to get that data plan, which you would probably get because this phone supports data and you have all that function, obviously you want to surf everywhere you go. So it's $0 if you get a data plan, and that's just economical. So I mean, I'm not hard selling this phone. I'm just kind of telling you guys what I think about it. I think it's a pretty good phone to look into if you are transiting to touchscreen or smartphones, or if you just want to change your phone. So that's my review. I know it doesn't touch on every single thing, so it would be good if you guys wanted to check other people's reviews just to see what they would say about the phone. Or if you want to check out any technical information, you can just Google for it. There are some tech sites that I saw talking about all the technical aspects of the phone. So I hope that my review was good enough opinions for you guys to look into, and I hope that you found this useful. Do check out the link at the end of this video if you are not already watching this on my blog for photos on the phone, front, back, side, insides, all that kind of stuff. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, just click on the link down below. So that is it, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Button.